reactions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Houston Texans and the San Francisco 49ers. And that'll carry over the back. Line of the end zone for a touchback. Garoppolo now, first down throw. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Go ahead. 21.
Garoppolo on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's second and 11.
21. 21. Here we go.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
21. Go ahead. 11.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third. To throw is Garoppolo. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Over the middle, he finds Pettis complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. Now it's Breida. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And he had a nice play there from his free safety position to hold him to nothing.
And, Brandon, remember when the free safety was always back away from the line of scrimmage?
That's changed.
Has that changed in a big way? The way we see it now, they're almost mirrors between the free safety and the strong safety. One will be up, one will be back, or sometimes both will be in the same spot. On that play, the free safety was there, no gain.
Now Garoppolo throwing on 2nd. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. In for the score. And the 49ers drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Gold now out to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Now a handoff looking right. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. Even though they might not find the number 1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. Because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey,
he's got the lane, and there he goes. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, touchdown, 49ers. A great effort there, 93 yards. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly for 6. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
Gold now out to kick it away. Now Tre'Davious White on the return. A beautiful fake. And now out comes Houston. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Lucky 56.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Nice little juke. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Try to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Garoppolo looks to throw. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Now Garoppolo. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Well, prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu, and he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
Well, this wind is definitely going to be a factor as this game goes along. He's throwing straight into it here in the first quarter, and the ball fluttered on him a little bit. They'll definitely have to file that one away and make a mental note of it.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by a Kettle Witherspoon. And the return will stop right around the 25. He has been interception prone here in his rookie season. How patient can they be with him?
That is the key question, isn't it? A lot of it depends on the head coach, what type of defense you have, and just a general understanding of the makeup of him. But the bottom line is you posed a great question. Are they at the stage where they've run out of patience and now they get to demand production? Or do you continue to stay with him this way?
The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Garoppolo to throw on second down. And that one almost intercepted. Call it a 50-50 ball. It falls incomplete, and now 3rd down. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. Bear in mind they had 2 interceptions last week, but that was in 4 quarters. They've got 2 here in the first quarter alone.
And the unsung people in this street, the pass rushers, because most of the time, they're the ones that affect things in the pocket for a quarterback, trying to throw the football, rushing them, getting them off their spot, harassing them, and that allows the defensive backs, the linebackers, to swoop in and make the picks downfield.
And they're swooping. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Well, he was just trying to contain DeAndre Hopkins, and he got a little too close.
And because of his ability to line up in different spots on the field and come at you from different angles, different guys have to cover him, and all of them have the same issue. How do you do it without interfering? In this case, it didn't get done.
And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. They'll look to throw. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going in quarter number 2. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up. Looking to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down. After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
13. Black 80. 180.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick, and a return across midfield into the 46-yard line. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. They'll come out throwing here on first down. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there of 22.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. He's had his interception woes early in his rookie season, but sometimes that happens. There are great examples of guys in the past that have had those same struggles early.
You are so correct. And what the team and organization is hoping, we're going to see these woes now. But later, when we're helping him with his Hall of Fame speech, we'll remember his rookie year and how things began.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
11.
On 2nd down, here's Garoppolo. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. Accelerating, and off he goes. Touchdown, 49ers. Jimmy Garoppolo with his 2nd touchdown pass of this first half. And the 49ers add on to their lead. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call. But he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Gold now out to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And the Texans set to come onto the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit!
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Flushed out right and incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's going to go for a big play downfield. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
Partner, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
This is taken at about the 14. Oh, what a move. A little juke. Oh, and now he bowls him over. Good blocking there, and nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Hey, gun. 11.
They go play action here on 1st down. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be 2nd and about a yard.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. And this one's incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
12, fellas, here we go.
Garoppolo to throw on 3rd and 1. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. He'll wind up being stopped for no gain, and it'll lead to a 4th down. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And now out comes Houston. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to. That 1st down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. Now they'll run it on the toss. Ooh, the juke. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice game there. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. And it's Reuben Foster in on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now back to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hopkins. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. The Texans on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4.
Watch it now, Barney.
They'll set up a throw. Flush to his right. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Here's Michael Pilardi now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this will be taken at the 13. A spin, and they're running right through it. Two minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back here right after this. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
21.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Leopard! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He'll drop to throw. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. The Texans with the first opportunity now from the red zone. They've got it 1st and goal at the 6. They'll give it to him right up the gut. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Leopard!
Look at this, a tight end carry. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. Call it a gain of a couple. The defense stiffening here. It's 3rd and goal. And the 49ers going to take another timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Well, they held him out on 2nd down, and now here's 3rd and goal.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39. Check 43.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Texans get a bit closer. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. The 49ers getting set to trot out there. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Over the middle here to Brown. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Throw here out of the gun. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoyed the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 42. Past the 20. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Gold with the extra point, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken at the 3. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Solomon Thomas there on the tackle.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Back to throw here. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Solomon Thomas, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Dancing to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep. And now here is another interception. Picked off right around the 43. Fighting down past the 45. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Here's Breida. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Now Garoppolo throwing on second. Over the middle, complete. It's Brown. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Now a play fake here on first down. Throw right side taken in by Pettis. And they'll get this down to the 10. Same result as last play, 14 yards and another first down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher for guys trying to get to the football.
And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. That's what they wanted out of that first down play. Run it down there. Now they're knocking on the door.
The only thing that would have been better was getting it in, and now they can do whatever they want because they've got confidence on their side. Line up quickly and go, or savor it a little bit, but I run right back at them.
Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? They'll go with Foreman, and he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. A great effort there, hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is. Gold now out to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. Powers through it. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. They'll look to throw here. Escaping the pressure. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. DJ Reader in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Check 48 to the right. Check 48 to the right. You.
He'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Here's Michael Pilardi now. He's been terrific so far. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field.
Gun. 53 flight. Check. 13. Coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. They're inching closer and closer here to the wrong goal line.
When you're backed up like that, all you're trying to do is make sure you don't give up a big play, right? You don't miss an assignment that really gets you into more trouble.
In his own end zone, it's Garoppolo. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
12.
They'll throw again from their own end zone. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. The Niners on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 2. Garoppolo now. He gets it to Brown. Complete. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. So they go pass on 3rd and 2. They complete it, but no gain. Should they have tried to run it?
I thought that running the ball in that situation is what they would have done, because at worst case scenario, you may bring up a fourth down decision for your team. Instead, now they're not close to the first down.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. And this one will be touchdown inside the 40-yard line. And now out comes Houston. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off right around the 43. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. Short throw, pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This is taken at the 3. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. And now out comes Houston. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds.
And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. Eric Armstead in there to drop him, and he continues to wreak havoc in offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Back now here in Santa Clara. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the fourth quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, it took a little more time off the clock, making him do it that way, didn't they?
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. They're already slim. Hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone! 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 Gone!
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on fourth. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. They run with Breida, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Tight end right, tight end right. Flag! Here we go.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. Robbie Gould on now to try the field goal. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. And Gould is able to put it through. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Now it's Gould after splitting the uprights to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
Right back to him on 1st down. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. A tackle that time by Akello Witherspoon.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a 1st down.
If he's their best threat on offense, use your #1 cover guy on defense. It doesn't matter about size.
They have had him locked up. That just his 1st catch of the game. Big reason why they're down. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Well, good luck there as a ball carrier. You get handed that football, look up, oh, there's a big D tackle ready to swallow you whole for a loss.
Yeah, you kind of count on your guys to give you at least a little bit of time, a little bit of space to try and maneuver, but not on that one. And when you have a defensive tackle who is that strong, that agile, he's a lot to deal with. Sometimes you have to double him, and sometimes you're not able to block him no matter who's trying.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Here's Michael Pilardi now as they're forced to kick for the 6th. And look at this, it's a fake. And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on 4th down. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool them.
Anytime a fake doesn't work, we usually focus our attention on the guys that were unsuccessful. But how about the defensive guys? They have to plan all week. They have to prepare all week. Special teams, it looked like they were educated for that one.
Educated on their toes and getting a big stop. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
3 down. 180, 120, 21. 2.
Now Foreman. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
21.
They run again with Foreman. And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. Benardrick McKinney there to make the stop.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 8. They'll toss it to Breida, and he'll get it down here to the 43. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out, and he is going to need to bomb this one. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And Gold is able to put it through. And that right there is something we've seen, 15 times in NFL history. That will officially go down as a 60-yard field goal.
And everything has to be absolutely perfect for this to have any chance. He's got to get it out low and really drive through it. And I tell you, that was one heck of a kick. One heck of a decision on the sideline to even try it as well.
And now out comes Houston. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say we'll get better as we go forward.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 25 yards to pick up there, and also a first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
No. Check. Patriot.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. On the ground with a tight end. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Give them 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
No. Check. Patriot.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Leopard! Leopard! Hey, we got 4 down.
Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. They'll run it now out of the gun. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. The Texans on 3rd down. A very anemic 1 for 9 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Looking to throw to the sideline, and oh, that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the first down. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. They come out here in the eye. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the 49ers, it's an 11th win of the year as they'll finish the regular season at 11-5.